We didn't celebrate Halloween. It
No.
was el día del diablo. Like,
Hello, welcome back. I'm Maribel Serrano.
and I'm Veronica Estrada.
And next week, it's going to be Halloween.
That's
I hope
right.
you all are making your plans. And we're happy to talk about this topic because as Latinas and first or second generation immigrants, Halloween was not the most popular holiday, I guess we can say. We had a very different experience, and even today I think that we have different thoughts around it.
Yeah.
So we're excited to share with you sort of, you know, what it was for us growing up in our household, what Halloween meant to us, and also we want to talk about Dia de los Muertos, because that's gained a lot of popularity over the last couple of years, especially after the movie Coco. And it's almost like very trendy right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit about both of those things, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to be able to relate, and we'd love to hear your thoughts and how you celebrate the upcoming holidays as well.
That's right. So we were talking about this off camera, and I was sharing that I was raised Jehovah's Witness, so we never celebrated Halloween. I do remember it was like El Día del Diablo. It was not like a good thing for us. What about for you?
Same thing. Like, we were raised Catholic, and my mother was just not a fan at all about Halloween. But we did go trick-or-treating. I remember we used to dress up, and we used to go around the neighborhood, not our neighborhood, but nearby neighborhoods. And I used to love, like, when some houses would just go all out and have, like, their yards and their lawns all fixed up and with the music going and all the candy, and I used to love it. Like, to me, it was fun.
Yeah.
But
What did your mom used to say?
she used to be like, ¿Qué es eso? Es el diablo. You know, like, she just wasn't a fan, and she'd be like, no, it's because she used to believe in, like, witchcraft, kind of, you know? And she
same.
thought it was very real. To
Yeah.
her, but to me, like, as innocent kids, we're just trying to get some candy. We're just trying to dress up and, like,
Yeah.
knock on doors and
I know.
have fun with our friends, and you know. But there was always this pushback, and so I felt like I never was able to embrace it fully. And when my friends that were raised here from different generations would want to dress up as, like, dead brides or some scary character, I wouldn't get it. Like, I would always want to be like Wonder Woman or like something cute, you know, like have that.
I
cute
did not want
twist
to be
around
like
it.
La Llorona, like dressed up.
Or Chupacabra or anything like that.
No. Like, when I went away to Pepperdine was the first time that I was able to choose for myself, like, if I was going to do it. And of course, like, I went all out and, like, did the very scantily clad, like, I think I was a stewardess, like a, ¿cómo se dice? You know
Like
what I mean?
Yeah, like a stewardess, like an airplane attendant.
A flight attendant.
Like a sexy flight attendant.
Yes,
yeah.
girl, yeah. And then I ended up actually getting in trouble with our congregation for it, which was hilarious. So it had consequences. It wasn't just for fun, but it was really freeing because I was like in college. I was with all these other people from all over the world that all were super excited to celebrate it. And for us, like, we were all young, like 18, so we were just like dressed to the nines. We'd go out and like party, and it was just like a different experience. So as a kid, I didn't get that, like, knocking on all the doors. Like, I was knocking on doors, but not that day. So that's actually kind of ridiculous. But yeah, like, I didn't get to dress up as a kid, and like, I do see like my friends with their kids, and they dress up and they have like a spooky like decor in their house, and I think it's just so darling, and I love it now.
Like, one of my friends, she's Afro-Latina, and she was saying that for her mom would make it very fun, and she would have like punch and bring in like invite the kids and just make it really cute and festive, and she has this great vibe towards Halloween.
Yeah.
And to me it's still a little like, okay, yeah, it's not my favorite holiday, but it could be fun if you're a kid, you know?
Yeah, like, I'll dress up my dog, like, that's it.
Yeah, but I was thinking too, I remember when we were trick-or-treating, as I was getting older, I was like, wait, why are we giving kids all this sugar? Like, why is this allowed? This is a lot of candy. And I started kind of having those thoughts as I was growing up. And then now I'm just like, well, if they had bite-sized power bars, maybe I'd want to go to that, you know?
Yeah. Like, I want some healthy snacks. Like, I think that if I did celebrate Halloween now, like, I would probably give out these really great, tiny, like, plant-based protein brownie bites, which maybe the kids wouldn't love, but I do feel
Times have changed, guys.
I know.
It's all about plant-based now.
Yes, you guys, like non-GMO, organic, with protein, but I feel like because everybody is really focused now on health and wellness and across the United States, across the world, people are getting a lot more conscious about what they eat and what they consume and what they give their kids. So I do feel like there's going to be something different that changes as the years go on, but you know, we'll see. But
yeah, and then Dia de los Muertos again has become very popular, and it starts October 31st, and that's a Mexican holiday that celebrates the deceased in a family, and then you have the ofrenda, which is
like offerings or
and then you have pictures of your loved ones who have passed on, and then you bring them food and pan dulce and things like that.
Nice.
We didn't celebrate it in Jalisco, like that's where my family's from, but I think it's just the thought behind it is really beautiful. It's like not forgetting your loved ones. Again, the skulls to my family, like my parents and their generation were almost like, oh no, it's malo, it's el diablo, whatever. But when the movie Coco came out and gave it a whole new light, it's almost like really beautiful having a day to honor the people in your family who have passed.
Your ancestors. Yeah. And taking the time to remember them and remember what they like to eat and remember what they like to do. And I just watched the movie again, and it was a beautiful story also of how if you have a passion for something and you want to play an instrument or follow a career path that maybe your family doesn't support or people don't understand or they think it's weird, like it was a beautiful story of also just pursuing your passion no matter what, and the universe will support you in that effort.
Yeah, it was a very beautifully made movie, and I know the creators went to Mexico and spoke to a lot of people who live there and celebrate Dia de los Muertos. My friend told me that she remembers her grandma talking to her about Dia de los Muertos, and she's like, the movie did a great job at just depicting everything from the flowers to like some of the terminology they used and the whole process of one world to the other. And I was just like, oh my God. I mean, I learned a lot, and I'm Mexican too, but for me it was very eye-opening also.
Yeah. No, me too. Me too. And my family's from El Salvador, so we don't have Dia de los Muertos, so it was completely foreign to me because then the other Mexican Americans that we knew were also Jehovah's Witnesses, so they weren't talking to us about Dia de los Muertos or Halloween. So Coco really shed light on a part of Latin culture that I wasn't privy to, and I absolutely loved it. And I love seeing the magic unfold on the screen, and then seeing our community like go out and support it in droves. That was also awesome.
Yeah, it was record breaking because Latinos from all backgrounds came out to support. They were just really happy that there was a big animated film depicting a Latin American holiday. Like that was huge. It was definitely historical.
Yeah. And they're even playing it at Hollywood Bowl
for
Dia de los Muertos. So I just love that. I think that's so special. I would love to do that someday with my family and like listen to the orchestra play the songs and watch the movie. I mean, Hollywood Bowl's amazing.
Yeah, and I think ultimately holidays are about family. Whether it's Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, it's about getting together with family and friends, doing something fun, doing something vibrant.
Eating a lot. Also eating a lot.
And a lot of sugar. No. But I think ultimately we can make it something fun and vibrant, regardless of what our experience growing up with it was.
Right.
So we'd love to hear more about what it was for you growing up and in your household. How did you celebrate Halloween, or did you not celebrate it? Was there like a darkness or negativity around
associated with it? Right. Yeah, we're super curious. And if you're like us and you grew up here but you didn't really celebrate it and now you have kids, like what are you doing to start your own family traditions? Like how are you teaching it to your kids? And just like share with us. We're so curious about what we're all doing out there, and what healthy snacks are you replacing? Are you replacing like the candy with? So that your kids, so that we don't all just overload on the sugar. But I would say, let's get creative with how we celebrate it, and definitely keep an eye on the sugar intake and keep it as low as possible and keep
Yes.
everything as organic, non-GMO, and clean as you can. But
if you're going to go out and drink, please be safe. Remember that your health and your wellness comes first. That's what we're here to remind you of. So
Yes.
definitely enjoy, have a good time, but be very careful and take care of yourself first.
that's right. Enjoy. And again, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Hoy and Tomorrow with me and with Maribel. We really appreciate you sharing this episode and following us on our channel.
Enjoy your weekend.